Hi everyone and welcome to today's video, and we're going to do a loop of the Dudmaston XC track. This used to be an old track that I think they did one or two races at back in the day. They may still do, I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to go for a little run round. It's not a particularly long course. You could do a couple of laps of this ready to warm up. Quite a popular one in the winter really, this just because it stays dry, because it's quite a sandy and gravelly sort of course. Pop the little map up on screen so you can see where we are. If I remember, I'll try and do this throughout the video, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, we're starting off right at the little sort of grass green area here. You've actually got the National Trust little shop as well, so it's like a little van, so you get drinks and things there, which is quite a good place to stop on every lap. I'll speed it up a few times, but it gets boring, so if we're going up a hill like then, and probably in a minute as well, we'll just fast forward through that. Nobody wants to listen to me dying going up hills. So yeah, this is the sort of main, probably family route, is all on this sort of hard pack gravel course. But yeah, we're going to turn off that now, go up this little hill. And this is basically the start of the actual cross-country loop. Which again does duck in and out of these gravel tracks. You probably get away with this on a gravel bike actually as well. So there's no major sort of technical single track on this. It is literally just like a sort of fairly standard cross-country loop. So today I'm on my hardtail. It's the only bike I've got, so I'm on that. Again, more than adequate for this little sort of loop, so don't worry about it. You don't need like full suspension bikes or anything. To be fair, you don't really need anything sort of special to get around here. Quite a sort of flat section, so we'll fast forward through that. First sort of bit of actual proper single track coming up as we come off the little gravel road here. So this is fairly flat and then eventually does go uphill a little bit, so it's not going to be fast. That's probably what makes it great though for anybody at sort of pretty much any level. So yeah, I'd say if you sort of just starting getting into biking again, or you're taking it for the first time, it's a good little sort of area to come and have a little play. Also, as this is a National Trust site, it is pretty well maintained. Been to some of those stingers are out now.
Stingers.
Not like this in the winter. So yeah, being as we are in June, this is pretty dry anyway, but I say in the winter, even after sort of rain and stuff, there'll be a little bit of mud about, but not a lot, so it's quite a nice course in that respect. But yeah, back out onto the gravel track now, so we'll just whiz down here, and then we'll be going off to the right in a second, back onto another single track section. I don't quite know why I'm trying to avoid things from stinging me there. That's just like a waste of time. I've already been stung, but hey ho. No idea how long this loop is. I probably should have checked, but you're probably looking, say, around 20 minutes a lap. 30-40 minutes the first time you do it. yeah, do watch out for dog walkers, because despite this being the actual bike track, they still walk along here. It's even signposted on a lot of the National Trust things saying that it is a cycle route only, but hey ho, they go where they like. Yeah, there aren't any sort of jumps or anything in this, so if you come in here expecting that, you're probably going to be disappointed. You've got to take it for what it is, which is, a good little cross-country loop. So yeah, just up another hill. GoPro obviously didn't record that bit. Back down now onto the next sort of single track section. You'll probably notice on the trees you can see red dots. So I think the red dots used to be the way that you sort of found your way around. Now they do actually have little signs, little signposts up out and about, and we'll show you one of those in a minute when we come up to one. So also, apart from the cross-country loop that we're on now, there is the sort of gravel track that runs throughout the Dudmaston estate. It is split over two sides of the road. So the main estate is where the actual house is. I don't think you're meant to go over there. You can go over there, but it is what it is. Probably best not to. The gravel loop, so the family loop, is absolute piece of cake. I'll try and get a little video on that to show you it as well, because it does go down by some lakes, so it looks quite nice. But yeah, it's really straightforward track, that one, so brilliant for family or anybody. And then obviously you can use this as something else afterwards if you want to sort of step it up a level. Yeah, it's another tiny little drop there. And then you kind of get your hopes up a bit here, thinking, oh, downhill. It's quite short-lived. That, unfortunately, does sum up the Dudmaston course, really. You kind of think, oh, here we go, we've got a good bit, and it's just really short-lived. But as I mean, there's not to be negative. Don't, let that put you off coming here. As I've said, it's a brilliant one to do in the winter, and it's a good little sort of training loop as well. Depending where you're located, it's quite close to sort of Starbridge and things, so it's a good little loop for them. Obviously, where I am, Wire Forest, we do actually have the Wire Forest, so I come here just for a bit of variety, really, because you get a bit bored of going to the same place all the time. But yeah, Wire Forest, if you in that area, probably does trump this. Obviously this has an official course though, whereas the Wire Forest is all unofficial. There is one family route which is just a massive fire road that goes through it. So yeah, it's one of those. So we're over halfway now, as we come to the top of this climb. Another one. we'll go down into a section that's changed a little bit, to be fair, on this course. So this is probably the only bit where it's got ever so slight berms in the course. So you can get a little bit of speed down here. And then in the winter you can see all of this. It's, you know, really sort of, obviously everything's died down. Here at the bottom you kind of, it almost disappears. So it shows it probably doesn't get ridden that much actually. I mean, this is a weekday and I didn't see a soul on a bike. I mean, there's a couple of walkers about, but yeah, it's certainly a quiet one. Imagine at the weekends, because obviously it's a National Trust property on the other side of the road, it's probably quite busy. But that's just going to be walkers that you know, have to try not to run over. So if you've been here before, this bottom section has changed a little bit. So it's pretty flowy, but as you come down into this bottom section, I say you'll get to a point where we'll see like the trail sort of being closed off a little bit with a pile of sticks or something. It's just basically been rerouted, not quite sure why, but yeah, that's what they've done. So you've got to just try not to crash into that lot there. But again, just to show the little use it sort of gets at the moment, I think this has been like this for a good few months now, and it's not worn at all really. But it does join back up with the original sort of trail again, just here, and you'll be pleased to know that means you're going up another hill. So we'll speed through this one. And then, actually, yeah, forgot to mention, those are the little signs you need to follow. So at the top of this climb again, we're going to hang a left. And then we're on to pretty much the final section now, which does go downhill eventually, I promise. Yeah, these routes here in the winter when it's a bit damp are a little lethal, so keep those in mind. About the only thing, to be fair, that will catch you out. But I say that's more like in the winter when they're wet. So yeah, this is almost the sort of last sort of bit now. Come down here, get a bit of speed on. Of bank turns, and then just here you've got to remember to keep right. It's not particularly obvious, so yeah, keep right, and then there's a little bit of a drop on the left, so you can go around it, you don't have to go off it. There it is. So it's nothing major, but then it's uphill again. And then as we go left at the end of here, there's another little drop off. Again, it's all rollable. And that sort of pretty much brings us back round to the start. So this is where we sort of came in. And then as we come down here, we'll head back to the sort of main green area where the National Trust truck is. And you can grab yourself a drink or bite to eat or do another lap. Or you can go off and just do a loop of the family trail. Yeah, all in, recommended. Certainly, definitely for the winter. Summer, maybe try somewhere else, but certainly worth a go. Like and subscribe, guys. Cheers, thanks.